Howdy, mates. Good late morning. How are we doing on this fantabulous Friday? It's finally warmed up a bit. It's in the upper 50s right now. I'll take it. Anywho, while I'm venturing through this set of woods here, I have stumbled upon some of the earliest ephemeral wildflowers, and I am excited. So without further ado, let me show you one. Alright, zooming in a little bit, we have what is known as the Claytonia virginica, also known as the spring beauty. So these are among the first ephemerals to rise, and as you can tell, it does appear in clusters. So there's another bunch over here. But what's fascinating about this particular wildflower is they're all interconnected in some way via tubers, just like how potatoes are made. So the tuber refers to the small bit of seed that is stored within the soil, remains dormant, and when the time is right, you'll get to see these blooms. So essentially right now, with these blooms, they are ready to be attracted by the pollinators, whether that may be ants, bees, butterflies, you name it. What's so cool, if you look close enough, you can see that the spring beauty has these stripes. They're a way of essentially guiding the pollinator towards the center, where it will lead to the stamen, which refers to the assembly of the stigma and anther. The anther is where the pollen itself is held, and it's usually the what you call male reproductive portion of a flower. And it will then be passed on to a separate one, the pollen, which will then be attached to the stigma. Good analogy to use for stigma is the sticky stigma. When you touch it, it has a very resiny texture. And that is typically where, and that is also the female reproductive portion of a flower. So the exchange between the pollen along with the stigma that has the female reproductive cells, you'll eventually within the next year have a new generation. As a matter of fact, so like the spring beauty that you just saw, it only appears for just a few weeks. Practically late March through May. Because you give it another few weeks, a lot of the surrounding trees, they're going to start forming more canopy. What I mean by that is they're soon going to be producing more leaves, and as a result, that is going to cover more of the ground. And so the wildflowers essentially are, just dropped my walking stick, they're essentially trying to get whatever sunlight that they can and reproduce when they are able to, before it's too late. And that is hence the term ephemeral. It's just a fancy term for saying temporary. So there you have it. That's going to be the first of many videos pertaining to our wildflowers. It's exciting. It'll give me some new material to cover for the next few weeks. All right, you guys. Take care. Have a good one. See ya.